Hello, Flosstube. It's me again. I am Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And this will be WIP Parade Part 2 because my tablet just stopped recording and I am not going to stitch these together because it will take too long to upload if I do any editing. So they will be two different Flosstubes. There'll be Part 1, which I just filmed and then it stopped. Now this is Part 2. I just finished showing y'all Giggles in the Snow, and so now we're on to the next project. What I'm doing, for those of you, if this is the first of the two that you end up seeing, I'm going through my WIPs. And this is the WIP parade. And then I'm going to talk about plans. So you'll get the rest of my WIPs. I'm most of the way through, but I have a few more WIPs to share. And then most of this will be about my plans for 2024. So the next one, is in an Amazon bag. And this is running. And if you have not seen the other one, I am pulling up some pictures on my phone because I don't have the cover art printed, especially if they came off of Etsy, which this one did. This one is from Light Unicorn Designs. It is called Running. I have a daughter who is a track and cross-country runner for Clemson University in South Carolina, and so I'm stitching this for her. Also, I haven't unzipped anything, so I apologize. This is being stitched on 40 count Pensiero by Grace Notes Fabrics, and so far I have an arm. It's a very beautiful arm, but it's just an arm. So it's going to take me a while to get all of this runner on here. This needle minder says, I'm kind of a big deal to my LONS, which was my local online needlework shop, Fire Poppies, before they went out of business. I miss them a lot. We do have another new local needlework shop in South Carolina, in Columbia, which is about an hour and a half away from me, called Stitch and Kitten. I've been there one time. I would like to go back. I would like the budget to go back. I don't have that budget right now. That's a life thing, and that might be in another video, or it might be at the end of this one, depending on how long this one takes. So the next one is also in an Amazon bag, and you can see I just throw stuff in. This one I have made quite a few changes to the threads, and we'll talk about that. This is Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I don't know why I wanted to call it something else every single time. I love this pattern. I just started this one in May, and as you will see, I love it so much. It's almost done. This is being stitched on 32 count color and cotton fabric in the colorway Harvest Moon. I'm going to put this down so I can show this whole thing. But it is almost done. All I have to do now is the rest of the Make Pumpkin Pies and Make Pumpkin Pie, and there's 3 more leaves that go down here and then a border at the bottom, and this will be done. I started it in May. Y'all, I have pieces that I started in 2019 and 2020 that are not this close to finishes. This I started in May. Now, I love this one because it is a quick stitch. If you saw my the first part of my WIP parade, I told you I have a fascination with all things Peanuts and Disney. So this is my Linus needle minder, also from Fire Poppies before they went out of business. So this will be another 2024 finish. My table is magnetic, apparently, because that needle minder just hooked right onto it. So I told you I made some changes to the floss colors. So let me pull out my changes. So this is charted in DMCs, But I wanted to add a little bit of variegation. So instead of 471, I used a combination of kudzu and apple pucker. For some of the vines, I used kudzu, and for the like the leaves and the apples, I use, and like this green heart, I will use apple pucker. Instead of 498, I am using Turkish red. Instead of 732, I am using lily pad. Instead of 739, I'm using parchment. Instead of 782, I'm using pecan. 783, I did this one in amber, this sunflower in amber. I really didn't like how that ended up looking. So the rest of 783, I subbed in Sunflower by General Arts. All the others that I subbed in for were Week Styleworks. 839, I subbed in Havana, and 3853, I subbed in Persimmon for that orange to give it some variegation. I don't often make changes because I don't feel confident in my ability to make color changes. But I enjoyed doing it for this one. I loved changing out the DMCs to the variegated hand-dyed floss that I already owned. I already owned it. I also already own the DMCs, but I wanted something a little bit more. A little bit more, because who doesn't want to be a little bit extra? I do, all the time. All right, the next one is in a Barefoot Needle Art Patriotic Butterflies. The inside is Patriotic Stars. And this is there's not much in this bag, but my working copy, I kept pulling it instead of this. This is Liberty by Pickle Barrel Designs. And I think the dogs are about to take off running because I think my daughter is getting home from work. Nope, that was a golf cart. And I can see from up here. I'm on the second floor, but it was a very tall golf cart. So this is Liberty by Pickled Barrel Designs. And I have done, this so it stops reflecting onto my face. I've done Liberty with the firecrackers and this American flag star, and Free, I need to finish the DOM. I've done the red, white, and blue with their stars, and now I'm on the fireworks. Then I have to do Abraham Lincoln and the little red truck, and then Land of the Free and 1776, and this will be done. So I think I can pull this off, finishing it in 2024. We'll see. It may be the end of 2024, but I think I can get it to a finish. Just a couple more. This is in a Garand Totten Bags bag. And this is Winter Wisdom by Cottage Garden Samplings. Yes. Sorry, I had a momentary just brain emptied. This is Winter Wisdom. I cannot speak. And this is being stitched on something. Let me look. 32 count color and cotton Harbor Gray. And here is where this is. It is so close to a finish. My needle minder is from the Positivity Rules Sal by Tiny Modernist a few years ago. It just happened to be the one that was available when I started this one. All I have left to do is fill in this house. That is it. That is all I have left to do. I'm saving it because I want to finish in 2024. I could do it now. I don't want to. I want to finish it in 2024 because I want to work on some other things between now and the end of the year. So this can wait. But it is very close to a finish, and I'm very, very happy with that. I am wanting to do all of the birds in that series, so I can move on to the next bird. I don't remember which one I bought. I think I have one, but not kitted up, so it might be a while before I start that. Okay. This one is called Home of the Brave, and it is by Hands On Design. I love this piece. I love the font of the words. I love how it looks like a flag. I love everything about this. Now, if I could just get it to stitch up quickly, then I'd be a little happier. So this is being stitched on 32 count antique white. I can't wait to start on the red part because right now all I've done is a lot of blues and grays. But I have land and then part of, and the F and R of free, and some of the flagpole. And this needle minder is a little patriotic eagle that I don't remember where I got it from. Do you see a pattern? I don't remember. I barely remember my name sometimes. So I apologize that I don't know all the names of these things. Alright, this is the last WIP. And this is a very strange story. Because this is a Garon Totten Bags Mickey Mouse bag. I love Mickey Mouse. I've shared with y'all. I love Mickey Mouse. It's a Christmas bag. Y'all, this bag just appeared at my house a couple weeks ago. I didn't order it. It didn't have any information in it. I don't know where this bag... I know it came from Garon Totten Bags. I don't know who sent it. I don't know who purchased it. I don't know. You know, I joked a few minutes ago that I don't know. This, I legitimately don't know. And I'm so grateful. And I absolutely love it. And it's huge and perfect. And whoever you are, if you sent this to me, thank you so very much. You don't know how much this made my day the day I got it. Thank you. Because none of my people have claimed it. Like, none of them, nobody who lives in this house, who normally purchases gifts for me, have claimed, hey, Mom, I sent you this. None of them. Not one. I said, yeah, that was me. Nope. None of them. This holds the Christmas stocking I am doing for me. I have done Christmas stockings for all 5 of my children and for my husband. My husband still needs to be made into a Christmas stocking. That's a 2024 project. It's stitched. It just needs to be finished, fully finished. But this is going to be mine. This is Winter Christmas Village Stocking by Cooler Design Studio. And it's mine, so I don't put a lot of... I don't stress out about getting it done, and I probably should, but I don't. So here's the needle minder. It says, cross stitch is the best part of my day. Some days it is. Sometimes it's the only thing I look forward to every day. But this is where it is. I've gotten the top part done. I'm slowly making my way down. This page is mostly done. This is like a little skinny type page from this page. And then the toe goes over here. I think. I don't know. Y'all, I don't honestly know. It'll get done. It won't be this Christmas. I will not have this stocking up for this Christmas. I will probably not have this stocking up. Well, not this Christmas, like in 2 days. But like 2024's Christmas, yeah, not happening for that. Maybe 2025, maybe 2026. I don't know. It's a lot of variables that might affect that. So that's all of my WIPs. So now let's talk about plans. What am I doing in 2024? So I am still a member of WIP Warriors. If you've not heard of it, it is a group on Facebook. I believe they've now closed. I apologize if that is the case. But I am doing 24 in 24 next year. So I am only going to work on 24 active WIPs that I am working on. Well, doing the math, which is me counting. Hold on just a moment. I just shared with you 20 projects. I said I was going to do 24 and 24, which gives me room for 4 starts. I have probably 10 things kitted up, so I can pick and choose. Also some other little things that I want to work on. The good thing about 24 and 24 is when you finish a project, you can put another one in that place. As you saw, I have several close to a finish. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to finish several of those and pull some others in, so I'll have more than 4 new starts, but I'm only banking right now on 4 new starts. First of all, I'm not spending a lot of money this year. I can't. My budget will not allow it. So I am really going to stitch from stash. I may rejoin the Stitch from Stash group this year and really try to hold myself accountable to staying within a stitching budget. So that's part of my plan. It's just not spending money and not starting a whole lot of new things. Second, I want to make some progress on my older WIPs. So here's the plan. I have 20 pieces right now. I'm planning to add 4 in at some point. But I don't want to re-stitch on something until I've gone through everything. And everything will have a different amount of days it has to be stitched on before I consider it complete in that rotation. So for every year a WIP is old, it will get 1 day. If it's 1 year old, so if it was started in 2023, and there are several that I started a lot in 2023. There are several. If it was started in 2023, it will get 1 full day of stitching. It will be done for that rotation. If it was started in 2022, it will get 2 full days. So going back to Christmas 2 is my only WIP that was started in 2019. Every time I pull that out, it will get 5 full days of stitching. Now, what is a full day of stitching for me? It is whatever stitches get put in that day. It could be 20. It could be 500. It depends on the day. It depends on what's going on in my life. I'm bowing out of a good bit of challenge group type things because that won't work with the way I want to do this rotation. I found that in those challenges, some of my WIPs got a lot of love because they met challenges. Some of my WIPs got very, very little because they didn't meet challenge prompts. And I don't want to stitch like that. I will be doing some challenge groups. I might be doing some penalty stitches. I'm going to quote Angie, my friend from the Hibernation Stitcher. She doesn't call them penalty stitches. She calls them extra love. I like that because they're getting extra love. They're going to get more stitches because I'm using them and they don't quite fit the prompt. So they get more love than if they fit the prompt. That's not a bad thing. My WIPs need love. I want to finish several of these this year. I want to get further in those full coverages. I want to make some progress this year. So that is my plans for 2024 is once I go through my 20 or once I've added some new ones, the 24, if they've hit those 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day, they're not going to be pulled back out until I've hit all the others, and then I'll start that again. So everybody will get some stitching time this year. I have UFO'd a couple of pieces. There might be a couple that you're wondering, hey, I saw her work on those earlier this year. Where'd they go? I UFO'd them. I don't see me finishing them anytime soon. I don't see me wanting to even work on them. I didn't enjoy working on them, and I had to put them away. My mental health this year has been a roller coaster, so I had to make decisions that were best for what would work for me. So all of that to say, I'm going to do a little bit of life stuff, and then I'm going to say goodbye and Merry Christmas and all that stuff. So life, I kind of like fell off the rails back in like September, October because I had a lot of stuff go on. In August, I went into the hospital and had to have my gallbladder and my appendix removed. There's people coming in. So after that, we had some other stuff going on, and just a lot of life stuff happened, and I got overwhelmed. I did a lot of stitching, but I didn't get to do a lot of, I didn't feel up to being on the camera. So, but I am back, and I'm planning to record in 2024. So I'm hoping to see you all a lot, and I don't know what that was. And I can't wait to spend more time with you all. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you do not, I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I will hope to be back before the new year. If not, Happy New Year as well. Bye, y'all.